cry myself to sleep and thinking better days are a far off dream. Get up and I move my feet, cause I hear music playing on these streets. Ain't nobody gonna cry today. Ain't nobody gonna die today. I kiss my cares all away. It's gonna be a good, good day. It's gonna be a good, good day. Good, good day. Gonna be a good, good day. I think it's finally all gonna go my way. Rain or shine, no, I don't mind. This day is mine. I'm gonna chase all those gray clouds away. It's gonna be a good day. It's beautiful. It's gonna be a good day. No more crying myself to sleep and thinking better days are a far off dream. Get up and I move my feet, cause I hear music playing. It's gonna be a good, good day. It's gonna be a good, good day. Good, good day. It's a real good day. I think it's finally all gonna go my way. Rain or shine, no, I don't mind. This day is mine. I'm gonna chase all those gray clouds away. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. Woo! It's a great, great day. It's a good day. Get up! Can't you see the sun shining? I woke up and I rolled out of bed. Got dressed and I left at 10. Check my nails, looking good. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I know this'll be the day. Everything will be okay. I kiss my cares all away. It's gonna be a good, good day. It's gonna be a good, good day. Good, good day. I think it's finally all gonna go my way. Rain or shine, no, I don't mind. This day is mine. I'm gonna chase all those gray clouds away. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. No more crying myself to sleep and thinking better days are a far off dream. Get up and I move my feet, cause I hear music playing on these streets. Ain't nobody gonna cry today. Ain't nobody gonna die today. I kiss my cares all away. It's gonna be a good, good day. It's gonna be a good, good day. Good, good day. Gonna be a good, good day. I think it's finally all gonna go my way. Rain or shine, no, I don't mind. This day is mine. I'm gonna chase all those gray clouds away. It's gonna be a good day. It's beautiful. It's gonna be a good day. No more crying myself to sleep and thinking better days are a far off dream. Get up and I move my feet, cause I hear music playing. It's gonna be a good, good day. It's gonna be a good, good day. Good, good day. It's a real good day. I think it's finally all gonna go my way. Rain or shine, no.
Good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Thursday. It's pre-Friday.
It's pre-Friday.
Wow. How good is that?
Great. It's going to be another scorcher this weekend. 100
Alrighty.
plus degrees. Triple digits. And you know what's harder than standing out in the heat in triple digits? It's if you have a necklace that is in a knot. It's the hardest thing. It's almost impossible. Hardest puzzle ever to work.
But somehow it always gets done and figured out, right? So let's not. We'll figure that one out.
I'm obsessed.
All right. So topic number 1 today, ma'am, is are we headed for another real estate boom? That's my question.
Who thinks
Is real
so?
estate going to just like take off again
Maybe.
right now? Sometimes you see these things where you get like to a place in the market and you're not sure what's going on. And then it has another leg and it goes up. Would that be crazy or what?
I don't
We're
know.
going to discuss that first.
We'll see.
Then
How
the
you look at
second
things.
topic is going to be contingent offers in a hot market. She's going to cover that one.
Yeah. Think outside the box.
Okay. With that, I think we're kind of good to get started. But congratulations to everyone who's been getting all these new listings.
Yeah,
and
offers out galore.
putting them under contract. I've been seeing.
And being, I just want to praise all of you.
Okay.
For being professional.
Pros.
Yes. And ethical.
Thank you.
And just genuinely good people.
I appreciate it.
You know, I've heard several instances of.
I feel like
you
you're
know,
talking directly to
yesterday,
me.
I'm going to give a shout out to Jody.
Oh, Jody,
You know,
okay.
sometimes our jobs are not easy, right? And we just get beat down. And you know, I want to praise Jody for a minute because she did try to help an agent who was bringing an offer to her listing. And she tried and tried and tried and really put in effort, you know, and it's not our job to do, but she just did it as a courtesy to be nice. And, you know, it didn't work out for that buyer. And the buyer was really upset. Instead of like, hey, thank you for
the
trying to
effort.
help me. Thank you for the effort. That's not how it went. And, you know, so I appreciate you guys rising to the top and, you know, doing the right thing no matter what. So great job. That's why you're successful.
There you go.
There you go.
Bam. Are we headed for another real estate boom? Does our market have like another leg up in it? And we're going to discuss that right now with Shana Acquisto here.
Yeah.
I'm Mike. We're joining you guys together just to kind of talk about the market and where we stand in the middle of June of 2022.
Middle of June. This is when we're pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy busy. We're going on vacations. The market, people are trying to move to the area and prepare for school. And it's crazy, right?
Yeah, so those are all those things that go on every single year.
Typically. Yeah.
Then we have high inflation.
Yep.
We have rising interest rates.
Again. Yeah.
Okay, so that was just announced, right? So 75 bips went up, and now stocks are down and down and down and down. So let's look at this scenario here.
Okay.
So if you have money to invest, right, or just have wealth, almost anything, because of inflation, what happens is there's all these variables that go on. And normally people run from real estate to the stock market
Right.
and back and forth,
Yeah.
or to cash. So there's several things that they'll transition between, right?
Right.
And then they'll think like, well, bonds are super safe, or this, or there's only so many items. And here in the United States, we've been super blessed for a 40-year time frame that we haven't had to worry about additional variables.
Right.
Okay, so now we have this musical chairs of investment options that kind of go around. It's like, doo, 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 doo,
And a lot
like
of
where you're
people,
going.
when this happens, typically, right, they want to hold on to their cash.
Well, you didn't hear enough of the music. Maybe it'll be more clear after
Right.
that.
But cash, I mean, what are you going to do? Keep it in your checking account? You've got to do something with it.
Well, so enter inflation. So this is something that we hear about, but we don't really think about from this investment standpoint of what's going on in this musical chairs game of investment options. Yeah, you see, now you hear it in your mind, right? Okay, so that's going on. But now inflation, what that's doing is it's essentially making the value of what you can buy with the same dollars worth less in the future. Okay? So it encourages action. You can't sit on the sideline. Because if you have something of value, okay? So let's say you're worth, you have $1 million,
Okay.
or $100 million, or $1 billion. Like just like big numbers.
Game changer. I'm probably not worried about anything at that point.
Okay. Well, so if you have one of those numbers, right?
Yeah.
Now, what you can buy with it next year, that same money is substantially less. Mm-hmm. The same cash will not go as far.
Yeah, right.
Right? You won't be able to buy you as much because of inflation, that it's not worth as much. Mm-hmm. So if you were sitting on a sideline, you're like retired, and you're like, got this under control. This is what I need.
Imagine that right now.
All right, so now imagine that. Then understand that next year, so they're reporting inflation at these numbers. I feel the real effect is closer to 20%, like true inflation.
Yeah.
So what that's meaning is you can buy 20% less with your stuff. So imagine if that happened and you all of a sudden had 20% less value in stored, because cash is a store of value.
Right.
So now you can't buy as much in the future with this stuff. So now it feels just like a little tighter. And then the stock market, if you have a lot of cash, you probably felt this consolidation there and you felt a squeeze. So you might be like, I'm super tough and I'm not going to take my money out and I'm not going to do anything different there, right? So you're going to stay the course. Mm-hmm. But then all of a sudden you have new money come in, right? So every day there's new wealth created, new money that is happening, right? Somebody sells a business, something happens, and now there's new money.
Yeah.
So now that person has a decision, or they can reallocate their portfolio.
Right.
And now enter real estate. So real estate is a hedge, is the most traditional hedge against inflation, period.
Yep.
Because it is a physical asset that they're not making any more of. It's finite.
Yep.
And so now we have this land, and we have prices, right? We have inflation going on, and now we have the land or the properties that you can buy. And if you put it in there, and if you invest it, then we've talked about this many times, that you now have this multiple effect if you borrow money. So you're looking at it and you're like, well, if inflation's 10% and I can borrow money at 6, then I'm making 4% on it, like guaranteed return. And right, and then you start playing these games, and then you're like, well, if I borrow and I leverage it, then I'm actually making this return. So therefore, it becomes like you hit this button, you're like, buy, and you're buying real estate. So I see a lot of money moving into real estate.
I think right now,
specifically for that reason.
I agree, but I think right now we're seeing this trying to just make sure and see what happens, wait and see. But in a very short time, we're going to see, because I think those same buyers feel more opportunities are going to come on the market, which they are, and that's when it's going to happen.
But these are just different variables that the traditional U.S. investor has not had to think through in their lifetime.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this hadn't happened.
But even bonds and like things that you invest that are safe, right, are...
Yeah, so if you have a return on the bonds, but it's way less than inflation, so now you're losing money in something that is safe. So that's why real estate is really a hedge against inflation.
Agree.
And we could have this cooling off period where people are like, let's see, what's going to happen here? Well, the money has to go somewhere. And institutional investors have to continue to put this money in. People every day.
And they're out there.
People are putting this money in every day into their retirement accounts, into these things. And we have confidence in the market in the future for our retirement. And people just keep jamming money in, and then it gets reallocated.
Yeah.
And more of it is going to go to real estate, in my humble opinion. And I think we're going to have this additional leg to the real estate market, like you thought it was there.
So buckle up.
Yeah,
ready.
you thought it was there. But just enter a new variable that people hadn't thought of.
Homes, or are these going to be like what types of real estate? Is it going to be more commercial?
No, they need any real estate they can get.
Yeah.
Because just things are going up, and they're just like, hey, I want to allocate my money across this or whatever. And we're in one of the biggest and best and hottest markets.
We are.
I was looking at a property the other day just to think about our local market and just put it in perspective with this whole thing. Okay. So I was looking around for a comparable property, and I was like, I can't find it here locally. And I started expanding my search criteria to find where those things were, like similar type properties.
Yeah.
Okay. And all of a sudden I got out and I started reading, and I was looking at one in Austin. Okay. So I was looking at a comparable property in Austin, which is normally super far, and I'd be like, huh. And then I thought about it, like, well, it's in Austin. And then it had all these criteria. And it's like, it's right down the street from a Fortune 500 company. It has the best schools in Texas. It has the hottest real estate market. It has population growth. It has job stability. It has and I started thinking about all those things. And I was like, wow, that sounds exactly like here. And then I started going through the same things. And it would be like Orlando, Florida. It would be like Denver, Colorado. It would be like Portland, or like Oregon. It would be California.
North
and
Carolina.
Then you start thinking about all these places, and you hear those names, and you're like, well, we're not that. And then you're like, well, hang on, actually. No, there actually is. Like 2 miles down the road, there's this Fortune 500 company, and then there's this one, and these people moving here, and this big road. And
I just heard of another Fortune 500 company coming to our area. I mean, there are lots. I don't know how many we have in just the DFW area, but
23.
Okay. So
that was just totally a number. I don't
really?
know.
No, I heard it on the news, and I honestly I don't remember how many, but that's crazy.
I have no idea why I threw out a number, and I had zero confidence in the number I just said. But we'll fact check that one. How many Fortune 500 companies have a presence? Have a presence. Well, not. They would all kind of have a presence here. So they're U.S. headquarters or something like that, right? It's not 23, and that'd be way too many.
I don't know. Okay, we'll see.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I think we're headed for another uptick in the real estate market after it calms just a little bit.
So go on your vacations and get ready.
Yeah, like immediately, because yes, we're going to see a busy late summer and a push all the way through the fall.
Says local real estate economist Mike Acquisto.
Mark it down. I got put on the spot there.
Look.
Contingent offers in a hot real estate market. That's Shana.
That's me.
Let's discuss it. We're talking
Shana.
about contingent offers, and are they bad or are they good? I don't know, Shana.
I don't know.
So let's define it first.
Everybody thinks this way, and I always like for us to stop and try to think and play devil's advocate and go the other way.
Okay, so let's define a contingent offer first.
A contingent offer means you must do something before you can close on the property. Okay. So in this case, let's talk about contingent upon the sale of another home. Let's use that contingency as our example.
Okay.
So, depending, right? If they say, we haven't met with the realtor yet and we don't know how much our home is worth, then that's maybe a reason for a pause. But if someone
comes to you... How are they putting the offer in?
If a contingent offer, if you have multiple offers and you're looking at a contingency.
So you're the selling agent.
You're the selling agent, listing agent.
Yes.
And you have multiple offers, okay? Think about this. The person who has their home under contract, yes, there is a little risk because it's a domino effect if something happens.
Yes.
But if you do a little due diligence and you find out that, hey, that home's set to close in 2 weeks, we're past this, and this, it's a cash offer, no contingencies left, I would strongly consider it because they probably have the most motivation to close on the house. They're probably not looking at other things, right? They're bound to
because sometimes people will put in multiple offers on different homes, right? And then pick which one they want if they get them. I've heard of an agent having 2 offers get selected, and I was like, that's interesting. Yeah. Anyways.
Well, maybe they can buy 2. I don't know, but so I just think don't just write them off from the get-go. Do a little research and take the time to understand what does that contingent offer look like, because I think essentially some of the contingent offers, contingent upon the sale of a home, could be your strongest buyers just because they're highly motivated. Think if they're out of state You know, you need to talk to the realtor. You need to understand what's happening on the home. Don't just say, oh, my broker said take a contingent offer. They're great. No, you need to do a little research, but do it. Do it for your client because, you know, we're seeing a lot of homes come back on the market. We truly are. And why is that? I think cold feet, maybe their interest rates changed. You know, there's a lot of factors out there right now that we're dealing with. So, you know,
I would agree.
don't be hating on the
Don't be.
contingent offers.
Well,
Just saying.
there we go, ladies and
Now-
gentlemen.
Yeah. So if you do that too, you can put contingent upon, or, you know, you accept that offer as a listing agent. You have a kick-out clause, which you should have the kick-out clause, right? You can still market your home, still market it, and invite people, have showings, and get backup offers in the event that something did happen. But I don't know. I'm a fan. Start thinking about it. It's like the backup offer. Oh, it takes work and effort. Well, I don't know. Think backup offers. I would really love to have the stat of how many backup offers ended up being accepted and closed. I think that'd be great. I don't know how we can get that stat, but I would love it.
Well, Shana, thank you for thinking through that one for us and discussing it.
Yeah.
I think we're good and covered that topic. Well, that's a wrap for us, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't hear any comments. No one chatted in what they felt about
What are y'all
either
doing?
one of
Are
the
you doing
topics.
something else? Are you not paying attention? What is it? Ta-da! No needle, nothing. Got it.
Wow,
So
and
it's
you were
gonna be a
able to
lucky
talk
day.
through everything.
Yeah,
That was awesome.
I was multitasking. You know when you get focused on something and you're like obsessed? That was me. Okay. Have
Alrighty.
a wonderful day. Friday Eve. Get ready for the weekend and have a good day.
And get ready for the real estate boom again.
Boom.
Okay. Ready, Shana?
Yes.
Okay.
In a hot market, I can top it.
Contingent offers in a hot market.
Now,
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate that.
the phone.
It's a great, great day. It's a good day. Get up. Na 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 na. Can't you see the sun shining? Na 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 na. I woke up and I rolled out of bed. Got dressed and I left at 10. Checked my nails, looking good.